Hi, everybody, and welcome back to my Bible study. Now, this is it's not a midnight Bible study, it's just a night Bible study. And we are going to be doing Jubilees chapter 8, verses 11. I pray this one don't be long, it's another 4 chapter ones. And I was reviewing it, and it's okay, this literally has to be 4 chapters. It really does. What we about to talk about, it literally has to be 4 chapters. Okay, so we gonna go to chapter 8. Let's get into it. In the 29th Jubilee, in the first week, in the beginning through of Arpachshad took to himself a wife. Okay, can y'all read it? Okay, so we're gonna zoom in a little bit more. A little bit more. Okay. Um, let's see. I don't know. Can I watch my own live? Because I can. Can I watch my own lives on my phone? Hold on, you guys. Actually, I don't even know wow, Revelation, which kind of is it? Can't spell. Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go. Okay, so I can view my live chat. Okay, it says, okay, took himself a wife, and her name was Rashuagia, the daughter of Susan. It says, the daughter of Elam, she bare him a son in a third year in his week, and he called his name Tamar. And the son grew, and his father taught him writing, and he went to seek for himself a place where he might seize for himself a city. And he found a writing which former generation had carved on the rock, and he writes what was thereon, and he subscribed it and sin owing to it, for it contained the teachings of the watchers in accordance with which they used to observe the omens of the sun and the moon and the stars and all and all the signs of heaven. And he wrote it down and said nothing regarding it, for he was afraid to speak to no one about it, lest he should be afraid with him on the account. And on the 13th Jubilee, in the second week in the first year thereof, he took to himself a wife, and her name was Milcah, and the daughter of Medea, the son of Japheth, in the fourth year. He begetteth a son, and called his name Shelah. For he said, truly I have been sent. And in the fourth year he was born, and Shelah grew up and took himself a wife, and her name was Makah, and the daughter of Kisi, his father's brother, in the first and 13th Jubilee, on the fifth week, and the first year thereof, she bare him a son in the fifth year thereof, and he called his name Eber. Hey, I know that name. And he took unto himself a wife, and her name was Azar Uraid, the daughter of Nimrod, in the 32nd Jubilee, in the sixth week, in the third year thereof. Why? And my voice is hurting, my throat. Seriously, this is like. And in the sixth year thereof, she bore him a son, and called his name Peglet. For in the days when he was born, the children of Noah began to divide the earth among themselves. For this reason he called his name Peglet. And they divided it secretly among themselves, and took it to Noah. And it came to pass in the beginning of the 13th Jubilee that they divided the earth into three parts, for Shem, Ham, and Japheth, according to the inheritance of each. In the first year, in the first week, when one of us who had been sent was with them, and he called his sons, and they drew nigh to him, and they and their children. He divided the earth into lots, which his three sons were to take in possessions, and they reached forth their hands and took the writings out of the bosom of Noah, their father. And there came forth on the writings as Shem's lot the middle of the earth, maybe Israel, which he should take as an inheritance for himself and for his sons for generations of eternity. From the middle of the mountain range of Rapha, from the mouth of the waters, from the river Tina, and his portions going towards west through the midst of this river, and extend till it reaches the water of the abysses, out of which this river goes forth and pours into the waters into the sea Mead, and this river flow into the great sea, and all that is towards the north is Japheth, and all that is towards the south is dwelling in Shem, and it extends to the reaches of this city. I can't pronounce, but where is this at? Let's do a quick Google search. I can't spell. I can't remember. Why is Google being stupid? Oh, Galilee. Ooh, it is Israel. Okay. Back to Jubilees 8. Now where we at? Where are we at? And this is the bosom of the tongue which looks towards the south. And his portion extends along the great sea and extends in a straight line till it reaches the west of the tongue, which looks towards the south. For this sea is the name tongue of the Egyptian sea. And it turns from here towards the top, towards the south, towards the mouth of the great sea on the shores of its waters, and extends to the west of Afrod, and it extends till it reach the waters of and Gihon, in the south of the waters of Gihon to the banks of this river. And it extends towards the east till it reaches the Garden of Eden to the south thereof, to the south, and from the east of the whole land of Eden, and of the whole east. It turns to the east and processes till it reaches the east of the mountains named Rapha, and it reaches to the banks of the mouth of the rivers Tina. This portion came from by the lot for Shem and his son, that they should possess it forever unto his generation forevermore. And Noah rejoiced that this portion came from Shem and for his son. And he remembered all that he had spoken with his mouth in prophecy. For he said, Blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and may the Lord dwell in the dwellings of Shem. He knew that the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies. I want to know who told Muslims to build the Temple Mount on that. Like, seriously. Okay, now this one says it is the most holy place in the world for Jewish people, Mount Zion. No, it says my holy hill. It could be. What y'all think? I knew Edom was in Jerusalem. I knew it. I mean, not Jerusalem. We're just gonna say Israel. I knew it. Might as well say Jerusalem, right? Did you say anything about the holies, or did I skip it? I feel like I skipped it. Oh no, I think I said it. There we go. My city, Mount Holy Hill. Okay, we're finished. Okay, Holy of Holies. Where's that? In the dwelling of the Lord. He knew that. Oh, my dumbass. It says he knew that the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies, in the dwelling of the Lord, and Mount Sinai, the center of the desert, Mount Zion, the center of the navel of the earth. These three were created as the holy places facing each other. Hmm. And he blessed the God of gods who have put the word of Lord into his mouth, and Lord forever. Okay, so the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies. That is actually particularly true. I had to say that. So if the Garden of Eden is the Holy of Holies, this has to be Jerusalem. It has to. It has to. Well, they did call it the Holy City. That's what it's popping up. It's calling the Holy City. Can we have a Bible verses? Like a Bible verse, please. Oops. Okay. We saw a snippet. Right. We saw a snippet. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Garden of Eden. And it's so crazy. Think about it. If Jerusalem is the Garden of Eden. Okay, y'all. I don't know if it was in Jubilees or what we read in the past, but I remember reading how the Garden of Eden's appearance is changed. So what if it's literally Jerusalem, but it's changed after when Adam bit that fruit? Think about it, and you wonder why it says that like if you read like in the Torah, it like God says specifically how the land of Israel is his land. And think about it. The Canaanites and those other nations in his land, and they're sinning in his land. So he has to remove them. Think about it. Like, I don't know how to say it. Okay, how can I say this? Say, for instance, you're a rent owner. And somebody, and the person, somebody, say, okay, can I say landlord? Okay, say if you're a landlord and you rent your land out to somebody and they doing a lot of wicked stuff in that stuff, when you put them out, let's go to the scripture. The land is mine. The land is mine. Bible verse. It's somewhere in the Torah. It's gonna give me prophets. Because the land is mine. You are but the aliens and my tenants. This is Leviticus 25 and 23. Okay, we at 21. He knew that a blessed portion and a blessing had come to Shem and his sons unto the generation forever. The whole land of Eden, the whole land of the Red Sea, and the whole land of the East and India. Ooh, that's big. So Israel is really big as they think. So, okay, now give me up a Middle Eastern map. Okay, map. Map. Map of the world. Okay. I hope they got me a good one. I hope it got me a good one. I really do. I hope it got me a good one. So, which one are we going to do? Maybe this one. I like this one. I really do. I like this one. I like it, and I like it a lot. So we might go to the world. Okay, what's this one? Map of the world. Okay. I need like blow it up big. I want it big. I don't know how to zoom in and shit. I don't. Okay, so we're gonna press OK. Actually, this is a good map. I like it. Okay, shit. I can't blow it up. Yeah. Okay. 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 Go back. We gotta go back to Jubilees. Okay. It says something about the Red Sea in India. Okay. Map of the. Okay, we're gonna say map of the Middle East, right? Map of the countries. Okay. Well, how do I do that one? Map of the countries. Countries of what? Okay. Map of the Middle East. Let's see if we got a better map. Middle East. I like this one, but I feel like I'm leaning towards this one. Let's scroll down. How about this one? Okay, let's blow it up bigger. How do you? Oh, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. I really am. Okay. Okay, can we okay, hold on. Do y'all see anything about like the Red Sea? Because I don't see it. Is there? I think ain't the Red Sea like somewhere over here? Like you see how ain't the Red Sea somewhere over here? So we got Lebanon. Okay. So let's go back to Jubilees. Okay, hold on. You know what? I'm gonna get a different map. I'm gonna get a different one. Okay, let's see. I seen one that I liked it, and I don't know where I found it. Ooh, what's this one? Okay, there's the Red Sea. You got the Red Sea right here. Got the Red Sea. Okay, so give me something just like that one. Okay, I see a lot of countries. Okay, I like this one. I like this one a lot. I like this one a lot. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Jubilees because it says something about the Red Sea. It says the whole land of Eden and the whole land of the Red Sea and the whole land of East. Bryce, what's your directions again? North, south. God, I forgot. East, west. Okay, hold on. She said, you're gonna say you don't know your directions? No. At first I did, but I'm sorry. It confuses me. Okay, I was right. Damn, I gotta stop doubting myself. I pointed east that way. Yeah. I doubted myself, like seriously. Okay, so east. Okay, so east. What the fuck? Okay, it says the whole land of the east in India. Okay. East in India. What the fuck? I'm confused. Okay, now where's India? Where's India? India's over here. Huh? How so, Sway? How so? I mean, hell, that's all a shim. Think about it. Look at this. Look at this map. And I like it. Red Sea right. Red Sea over her. Red Sea over her. And it says the East and India. So basically, all of this is Shem. And on the Red Sea, in the mountain thereof, there is a lot about it. And in all the land of Bashan. Do we have Bashan on this list? Bashan, do you see Bashan, y'all? Bashan. Okay, go up. Bashan. I don't see no goddamn Bashan. Y'all see Bashan? I see Mecca, but I don't see Bashan. Bashan! Now over here in Egypt, that's Ham. That's Ham's territory. So over her, over her, this is Shem. Bashan, where are you? The land of Bashan and all the land of Lebanon. Lebanon is somewhere over here. Okay. Oh, Lebanon's right here. My bad. Bashan, where are you? I thought that was Bashan. Why this says the Gulf of Eden? Like, look at this. Like, y'all see this? Y'all see this? Hey, I want to know. Don't you know Chinese territory? Who territory is that? Do y'all think it's what you call that? Do y'all think that's a Shem territory? Okay. Huh? It says where we at all the land of Bashan and all the land of. Okay, hold on. You know what? We're gonna do another slide and we're gonna look up the land of Bashan. Come on, fast. Land of Bashan. I'm spelling it wrong. Where is that at, baby? Where is that at? Bashan. Somewhere near Israel. Somewhere near Israel. That's probably why I didn't show up on that. Okay, so we got this one. So, okay, Bashan. Where's Bashan? Bashan, I don't see you. I really don't see you. I don't see Bashan. Oh, Bashan is right there. Manasseh. So basically, that's like in the land of Israel, basically. Yeah, that's by Israel. Like, let's see. Where's the other map? Okay, close you out. What here? Okay, so land of Bashan is probably like somewhere around this area, right here, like right around here. As Lebanon, we know in Lebanon, all the Kafir and all the mountain Sinir, Amana, and the mountain of Shar in the north. I think we saw. Did we see that? Did we see? Where's the Shar? I feel like we saw that, but I don't know. A Shar? Do y'all see a Shar anywhere? I bet 50 y'all probably gonna see Bashan. I know. I decided to go up, but hey. Oh, and then we go to the light. Go to the side. I don't know. I don't know what I'm looking for. I really don't know. I forgot. Okay. Amon and Ashar in the land of Elam, Ashar, Baal, and Susan, Madai, all the mountains of Iraq, all the mountains of Iraq. Ain't Iraq like like up here somewhere? How the hell he stretch out that far? He don't stretch out that far. Ain't that Japheth territory? Or is Japheth like Rome? Hold up. Oh, this is Turkey. My bad. Ain't this Japheth territory? Hold up. Hold on. Where we at? I forgot. Iraq. The mountains of Iraq. So Iraq must be like. Oh, there's Titus. Iraq, the mountains of Iraq. It must like in Turkey. Oh, I said over here. My bad. This is over here. Up here. This is Japheth territory. But I guess up here. I thought. So this must be. Okay. Where's the mountains of Iraq? Hold on. Mountain. I can't spell. Oh, I really can't spell because I don't feel like I know how to spell mountain. Mountain of Iraq. Turkey. Oh, okay. So it's closer than we think. Oh, shit. My bad. Oh, never mind. It's Turkey. Okay, so I see it now. I see it. So mountains of Iraq is somewhere. It's like it's right here. So that okay. That's Shem. That's Shem. Okay. Volcano in Turkey. How many volcanoes are in the world? God, crazy as hell. And all the regions beyond the sea, which is beyond the mountain of Shinar, and towards the north, a blessed and spacious land, all that is in it is very good. And for Ham, the southern points beyond the Gihon, towards the south to the right of the garden, and extend towards the south, and extends to all the mountains of fire, and extends towards the west, the sea of this a tail, and extends towards the west till it reaches the sea of that. What's that? What's that, baby? Sea of what was it? Something. Oh, I didn't even spell it right. My bad. I didn't even spell it right. What's this? The sea of what? Eden sign. Y'all see that? Out will choke you out. There's a bridge. It has to be somewhere in Africa, right? That sea, which everything which is not destroyed descends. It goes forth towards the north of the land of Gadara, and it goes forth to the coast of the waters of the sea, to the waters of the great sea, till it draws near to the river of Gihon, and it goes along the river of Gihon till it reaches the right of the Garden of Eden. This is the land which come forth from him as the portion which he was occupied forever for himself and his sons until this generation forever. Okay, this is like Russia. This Japheth is Russia. And Rome, gotta be. I'm so confused. How the hell can they be surrounded like that? So basically, Shem is in the center. Basically. And I know we read that Japheth is up north and Ham is down south. It says, for Japheth came forth the third portion beyond the river of Tina to the north of overflowing of its waters. And it extends north easterly to the regions of Gog, Russia probably, and to all the country east thereof. Maybe Japheth is what you call that? Maybe Japheth is what you call that? Like Asian. Like think about it. And said, and extends northly to the north, and extends to the mountain of that towards the north, and towards the sea of that, and it goes forth to the east of Gadar, as far as the regions of the waters of the sea, and extend until it approaches the west of Phara, and it returns towards of Farad, and extends easterly towards the waters of the Sea of Meat possibility, and it extends to the region of the river Tina in a northeasterly direction until it approaches the boundaries of waters towards the mountain of Rephaim, and it turns around towards the north. This is the land which came forth from Japheth and his sons as a portion of his inheritance, which he should possess for himself and his sons for their generations forever. 5 great islands and a great land in the north. But it is cold. So north is cold. The land of Ham is hot. And the land of Shem is neither hot nor cold, but it is a blended cold heat. Okay, so we are going to go, okay, is Asian territory code. Why is it giving me cold? There's a possibility that this could be Japheth land. Oh, Asia, my dumbass. Shit. China. Okay. Well, I just call it Asia. Okay, you know what? It's China cold, a cold territory. And how about Japan? Ooh, they are cold. Hold on. They're cold. I knew it. They're cold. How about Japan? Korea is in that and like near Russia. Okay. It could be. Wonder why Japan people's like seriously. They could be Japheth. They really could. Oh yeah, we did read that God brought the waters of the flood upon the land of Eden. Okay, well never mind. My bad. Oh well, that's probably how he changed the appearance then, by bringing the water. My bad. Okay, so okay, we finished with that. Let's go to 9. While we go to 9, let's see. Anything we want to take from here? Okay, so we're gonna read this in Genesis chapter 10. It says, "For now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after them, the sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Turbala, and Meshus, and Tyrus, and the sons of Gomer, Azkanaz." Now this is like where Ashkenazi Jews come from, so they're not really the real Jews. And it's like Riphoth and Togarmal, and the son of Javan, Ishad, Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodatim. By these were the isles of Gentiles, divided in their lands, each one after his tongues, after their families and their nations. And the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, Fatim, and Canaan. And the son of Cush, Sedba, Havilah, and Sabta, and Ramah, and Satirshata, and the son of Ramah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begot Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth, and he was a mighty hunter before the Lord. Wherefore it is said, even as Nimrod, the mighty hunter before the Lord. We're going to pause right here. Let's go to Jubilees. Well, okay, hold on. Let's scroll down. Okay. Since we're speaking on Ham. And Ham divided amongst his sons, and the first portion came forth for Cush towards the east, and to the west of him, Mizraim. This is Egypt. And it says, and to the west of him for Put, and to the west of him, and to the west thereof on the sea for Canaan, Israel. Shem also divided his sons, and the first portion came forth from Ham and his sons to the east of the river Tigris, till it approaches the east, the whole land of what was it? India. Okay, is it just me, or chapter 8 and 9 both contradicts to me, or I'm not reading this right? And on the Red Sea on its coast, and no, I'm reading it right. And the waters of the Dan, and all the mountains of Mibri and Elah, and all the land of Susan, and all that is in on the sides of far not to the Red Sea and the river Tina. And for Ashar came for the second portion, also the land of Shur, Nineveh, Shinar, into the borders of India, into the ascend and the skirt the rivers. And for Arpachshad came forth the third portion, all the land of the region of the Sidonians, Babylonians, to Shadadians, maybe I'm wrong, to the east of the Euphrates, bordering on the Red Sea and the waters of the desert close to the tongues of the sea, which look towards Egypt, and all the land of Lebanon, Sinir, Amara, to the border of Euphrates. And for Uram, there came forth the fourth portion of the land of Macedonia. I said Macedonia. Mesopotamia, between the Tigris and the Euphrates, to the north of the Sidonians, to the borders of the mountain of Ashar, in the land of Ariah. And there came forth from Lud the fifth portion, the mountain of Ashar, and all pertaining to them, till it reaches the great sea, till it reaches the east of Ashar and his brothers. And Japheth also divided the land of his inheritance among the sons. Now this is still going to remain the same. But right now, Ham and Shem, I'm confused. And it says the first portion came from Gomer to the east, from the north side to the river Tina, and to the north there came forth Megol, all the inner portions of the north, until it reaches to the sea of Mithat. But they came forth as his portions, that he should possess from the west of his two brothers to the islands, and to the coast of the islands. And for Javan came forth the fourth portion, every island and islands which are towards the border of Lud. And for Tubal there came forth the fifth portion in the midst of their tongues, which approaches towards the borders of the portion of Lud, to the second tongue, in the region beyond the second tongue unto the third tongue. Let's see how long am I recording. So this been for 40 minutes. Damn, 40 minutes, and I'm on 9. Got 2 chapters to go, but that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It says second tongue unto the third tongue, and Mishish came forth the second portion of all the reason beyond the third tongue till it approaches the east of Gadar, and from Tigers there came forth the second portion for great islands in the midst of the sea, it reaches the portions of Ham, and the islands of Qatar came out from the lot from the sons of this person as his inheritance. And thus the sons of Noah divided unto their sons in the presence of Noah their father, and bound them all by an oath, and perpetuation a curse on every one that sought to seize the portion which had not fallen to him by his lot. And all say, so be it for themselves and their sons forever throughout their generations till the day of judgment, on which the Lord God shall judge them with a sword and with fire for all unclean wickedness of their errors, wherewith they have filled the earth with transgressions, uncleanness, and fornication, and sin. Let's go to 10. Chapter 10. On the third week of this Jubilee, the unclean demons began to lead astray the children of the sons of Noah, and to make to error and destroy them. And the sons of Noah came to Noah their father, and they told him concerning the demons which were leading astray and blinding and slaying his sons' sons. And he prayed before the Lord his God, and saying, God of the spirits of all flesh, who has shown mercy unto me, and has saved me and my sons from the waters of the flood, and has not caused me to perish, as thou didst the son of perdition. For thy grace has been great towards me, and great has been thy mercy towards my soul. Let thy grace be lift up upon my sons, and let not wicked spirits rule over them, lest they should destroy them from the earth. But do thou bless me and my son, that we may increase and multiply and replenish the earth. And thou knowest how thy watches the father of these spirits acted in my day. As for these spirits which are living, imprison them and holding fast in the place of condemnation, and let them not bring destruction on the sons of thy servant, my God, for these are malignant and created in order to destroy. And let them not rule over the spirits of the living, for thou alone canst exercise dominion over them, can exercise dominion over them, and let them not have power over the sons of the righteous, for henceforth and forevermore. And the Lord our God biddeth us to bind them. And the chief of the spirits, Simon, came and said, Lord, Creator, let some of them remain before me, and let them hearken to my voice, and do all that I shall say unto them. For some of them are not left to me, and I shall not be. We read something about we didn't get to that. Shall not be able to execute the power of my will on the sons of men. For these are corrupt and leading astray before my judgment. For great is the wickedness of the sons of men. And he said, let the 10th part of them remain before me, and let the 9th part descend into the place of condemnation. And one of them he commanded that he should teach Noah all their medicines, for he knew that they would not walk in uprightness, nor strive in their righteousness. Their medicines, not okay. It says he did according to all his word. For all the meddling evil ones we bound in the place of condemnation, Tardis. And the 10th part of them we left, that they might be subject before Satan on the earth. And he explained to Noah all the medicines of their diseases, together with their seduction, how he might heal the herbs of the earth. Let's go to that. Okay, hold on. Let's make another slide. Let's go to that in Sirach. Okay, Sirach. I can't quote it. I can't. Let's go to this one. Sirach 38 and 4 and 6, the Good News Translation. The Lord created medicines from the earth, and an insensible person will not hesitate to use them. Does a tree once make bitter water fit to drink, so that the Lord's power might be known? He gave medical knowledge to human beings so that we will praise him for the miracle he performs. So what are the medicines that God created from the earth? Yes, it's fruits and vegetables and also herbs. Yes, I get that. But there's something else that I want to show you as well. One or two. Let's go to one. Let's go back to Genesis 1. He made something from the earth as well. "24. And then God commanded, let the earth produce all kinds of animal life, domestic and wild, large and small, and it was done. So God made them all, and he was pleased with what he saw." Let's go back. Medicines from the earth. Noah wrote down all these things in a book as he instructed concerning each kind of medicine. Thus the evil spirits was precluded from hurting the sons of Noah. Let's see, let's pause here. Oh shit. Let's pause here. Let's go straight to Joshua. And these are the names of the sons of Noah: Japheth, Ham, and Shem. The order is fucked up. And it says the children was born to them after the flood, for they have taken wives before them. Okay, so we read all of these. We're not reading. But let's pause here because I didn't really get to here in like Genesis 10, which I was about to. Let's pause here. Wait. Genesis 10. Should we read it? Not really, because you already did. Mighty Hunter. Oh, we in Joshua, baby. Okay, so I think we're gonna start from. Y'all see this? We read that in both in Jubilees and maybe Genesis. I don't know. But let's see, where are we going to start from? Actually, we're not going to start from here. We're going to start from 8. The sons of Mizraim was Lud, and Noam, Patroth, Shiloh, and Chapter. And the sons of Put was Jeba, Hashtar, Benai, and Adan. And the sons of Canaan was Zidon, Heath, Homorah, like the Homorites, the Gergesites, the Hivite. Now these are Archevites, whatever. No, I'm not doing it. Look at this screenshot. The scroll. Let's make this quick. Okay, now we're gonna pause. Go right here. Stop. Then pause. Wait. Yeah, stop. Gotta stop. Because we didn't get there yet. Now we're gonna go back to Genesis. In the beginning of his kingdom was Baal, and exerted and length in the land of Shinar. Out of that land came for Ashar, and built Nineveh, and the city Rehoboth and Cahal, and Resin between Nineveh and Cahal, the same as a great city. Mizraim begat this names, and boom. Canaan begat Sidon, his firstborn, and boom. And now listen to this. His fourth ton Heath, and the Jebusites, the Amorites, the Gergesites, the Hittites, the Archonites, the Sinites, the Archezites. I never really heard of these two. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some of them, I think, hold on. Which one it says 7 great nations? 7 great nations, stronger than you. Bible verse. Yeah, 7 is named. 7 is named. So the Girgashites is named, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hittites, and the Jubilees. So all of them is wait. Go back to Genesis, please. Where's the Perizzites at? Cause I don't see them. I don't see them. Where the is these the suckers? No, no. Wait, hold on. Where's the descendants from them little suckers? So because y'all see these two, well these three. So it's boom, 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 and boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're missing 3 more. And the Archadites and the Jeremites and the Hammonites. And after it was the families of Canaan spread abroad. And the bordering Canaans was from Sidon, as though coming to Jair unto the gap to Giza, and as though go unto Sodom and Gomorrah. Sodom and Gomorrah was wicked as hell. And in Jasher, man, that pissed me off. That pissed me off. Not the contradiction though, but man, y'all should know that that's gonna be in a whole nother lie. But what happened? The reason why God came to Sodom, man, it will really piss you off. It will really make you mad. And some people say God is not for women. Man, when you read the book of Jasher, it's like, ooh, it makes you a whole nother outlook on God. And the boy, okay. And Amara, actually, I like that name. I like that name a lot. I like that name. I like that name. I like that name. I feel like I got that name somewhere. I like that name. And Zoim, and even unto whatever. And this is the sons of Shem. When we get to Abram, okay, good. Okay, we're gonna stop. Okay, let's go to Genesis chapter 11, but we're not gonna read it. Okay, does this speak on Genesis chapter 11? Does it? Because I feel like it does. I feel like it does. I feel like it does. Okay, we said chapter. Okay, we read about Nimrod. So okay, now we're going to where were we at? Keep going up. Keep going up. We're going to skip to verse 23. And Cush, son of Ham, the son of Noah, took a wife in those days in his old age, and she bore the son and called him Nimrod, saying, at the times, and the son of man again began to rebel and transgress against God. The children grew up, and his father loved him exceedingly, for he was the son of his old age. And the garments of skin which God made for Adam and his wife, when they went out of the garden, were given to Cush. For, for at the day of Adam and his wife, the garments were given to Enoch, the son of Jared. And when Enoch was taken up to God, he gave him to Methuselah his son. And at the death of Methuselah, Noah took them and brought them to the ark. And they were with him until he went out of the ark. And in their going out, Ham stole those garments from Noah his father, and he took them and hid them from his brothers. And when Ham begat his firstborn Cush, he gave him the garments in secret, and they were with Cush many days. And as Cush also concealed them from his sons and brothers, and when Cush had begotten Nimrod, he gave him those garments through his love for him. And Nimrod grew up, and when he was 20 years old, he put on those garments. Okay, so I want to ask a question. Where in the hell did Cush, why? Where did she come from? Yeah, so remember, because that ain't that his mother? It's okay. Now this one says Ramirez was Noah's granddaughter. Okay, and both the mother and wife of Nimrod. So what? Oh, it says granddaughter, but I don't know how to spell that name though. So we are going to copy. Who is the husband? Because in my mind, I'm thinking it's Cush. How so, Sway? How so? I don't know where we. Oh, we in Jubilees. Oh, we in Joshua. Okay. Garments. Okay. And Nimrod became strong when he put on the garments, and God gave him might and strength. Oh, and he was mighty. He was a mighty hunter in the earth. Yea, he was a mighty hunter in the field, and he hunted the animals and built altars and offered unto them the animals before the Lord. And Nimrod strengthened himself. He rose up from among his brothers and fought the battles of his brothers against all their enemies around about. And the Lord delivered all the enemies of the brethren in his hands. And God prospered him from time to time in his battles and reigned upon the earth. Y'all, for future lives, I want to tell you who killed Nimrod. And it's spoken of in Jasher. Oh, yeah. Y'all gonna be shocked who killed him. Y'all gonna be shocked. Some people know and some people don't. But y'all gonna be shocked who killed Nimrod. And you know what? I'm not gonna give no spoiler alerts, but it's somebody in the Bible. It's somebody in the Bible. I really want to spoil it for you, but no, I'm not gonna do it. So if you want to know, you have to subscribe to this channel. You have to subscribe. You have to subscribe. It says the Lord delivered all the enemies of his brethren into his hand, and God prospered him from time to time in his battles, and he reigned upon the earth. Right? I know that. It says there, and therefore it became current in those days when a man ushered forth those that he had trained up in battle. He would say to them, like God did to Nimrod, who was the mighty hunter in the earth, and was succeed in the battle that prevailed against his brothers or brother. God, you know what he reminded me of? He reminded me of King David. It says he delivered them from the hands of their enemies, so may God strengthen us and deliver us into his day. And when Nimrod was 40 years old, at that time there was the person who killed Nimrod was low key kind of jealous of this person. I wonder why though, because they both are. Yeah. I wonder why. And so there was a war between his brother and the children of Japheth, so that they were in the power of their enemies. And Nimrod went forth at that time, and he assembled all the sons of Cush and their families, and about 460 men. He hired also from some of his friends and acquaintances about 80 men, and he gave them their hire. And he went with them to battle, and when he was on the road, Nimrod strengthened the hearts of the people that were with him. And he said to them, do not fear, neither be alarmed, for all of our enemies will be delivered into our hands, and you may do with them as you please. And all the men that went were about 500, And they fought against their enemies, and they were destroyed and subdued them. And Nimrod placed standing officers over them in their respective places. And he took some of their children as security, and they were all servants to Nimrod, to the brethren, and to his brethren. And Nimrod and all the people that were with him turned homeward. And when Nimrod had joyfully returned from battle, after having conquered his enemies and all his brethren, together with those who knew him before, assembled to make him king over them, and placed them the regional crown upon his head. He set over his subjects and people, princes, judges, and rulers, as is the custom among kings. He placed Terah, the son of Nimrod, the prince of his host, and he dignified him and elevated him above all his princes. And whilst he was reigning he was reigning according to his heart's desires, after having conquered all his enemies around. He advised with his counselors to build a city for his palace, and did so. So is this what I think it is? And they fought in a large valley opposite to the east, and they built him a large, extensive city. And Nimrod called the name of the city that he was built Shinar, for the Lord has vindicated, shaken his enemies, and destroyed them. And Nimrod dwelt in Shinar, and he reigned securely, and he fought with his enemy, and he subdued them. He prospered in all his battles, and his kingdom became very great, and all the nation and tongue heard of his fame. I'm going to take this off. Heard of his fame, and he gathered themselves to him, and they bowed down to the earth and brought him offering, and he became their Lord and King, and they all dwelled with him in the city of Shinar. And Nimrod reigned in the earth over all the sons of Noah, and they were under his power and counsel. And all the earth was one tongue and words of union. But Nimrod did not go in the ways of the Lord. He was more wicked than all the men that were before him, from the days of the flood until those days. And he made gods of wood and stone, and he bowed down to them, and he rebelled against the Lord, until all his subjects and the peoples of the earth his wicked ways, and Mardon his son was more wicked than his father. And everyone that heard the acts of Mardon, the son of Nimrod, was say concerning him, for the wicked go forth wicked. Therefore it became a proverb in the whole earth, saying, from the wicked goeth forth wickedness. And it was the current and the words of men from that time to this. And the Terah, the son of Nahor, the prince of Nimrod host, was in those days very great in the sight of the king and his subjects. And the king and the princes loved him, and they elevate him very high. And Terah took a wife, and her name was Amthoel, the daughter of Cornaboth. The wife of Terah conceived and bare him a son in those days. Terah was 7 years old when he begat him, and Terah called the name of his son that was born to him Abram, because the king has raised him in those days and dignified him above all his princes that were with him. He gave all that he has written to Shem, his eldest son, now we're back in Jubilees, for he loved him exceedingly above all his sons. Noah slept with his father and was buried on Mountain Labar in the land of Ararat. 950 years. He completed in his life 19 jubilees in 2 weeks and 5 years. In his life on earth, he excelled the children of men, save Noah because of righteousness, wherein he was perfect. Enoch, my bad. For Enoch's office were ordained for a testimony to the generations of the world, so that he should recount all the deeds of the generations unto generations till the day of judgment. And third and 13th generation, in the first year in the second week, Peleg took himself a wife, whose name was Lamona, the daughter of Shinar, and she bore him a son. In the fourth year of this week, he called him Reu, for he said, Behold, the children of men have become evil through the wicked purpose of building themselves a city in a tower in the land of Shinar. For they departed from the land of Ararat eastward to Shinar. For his day they built the city and tower, saying, Go to, let us ascend thereby into heaven. Stop! This is in Genesis chapter 11. And the whole earth was one language and one speech. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, and that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, and let us make bricks and burn them through. And they have built, they had bricks for stone and slime, and had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build a city and tower, whose top may reach unto heaven, and let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad unto the face of the whole earth. And they began to build, and in the fourth week they made bricks with fire, and bricks served them from stone, and the clay with which they cemented themselves together with asphalt would come from out of the sea and out of the foundation of the waters of the land of Shinar. And they were building it 43 years, and were they building. Its breadth was 203 bricks, and the height of the bridge was 1/3. His house amounted to 5,433 cubits and 2 palms, and the extent of one wall was 13 shad, and of the other 30 shad. And the Lord our God said unto us, Behold, they are one people. And thus they began to do, and now nothing will be withheld from them. Go to, let us go down and confound their language, that they might not understand one another's speech, and they may be dispersed into cities and nations, and one person will no longer abide with them till the day of judgment. Pause. Let's go back to Joshua. Yeah, I'm happy I did skip. Okay, you know what? Okay, now let's read 24. Hold on. No, 25. And the building of the tower was unto them a transgression and a sin. And they began to build it, and while they were building it against the Lord God in heaven, they imagined in their hearts to war against him, and then to send into heaven. And all these people and all the family divided themselves into 3 parts. The first said, We will ascend into heaven and fight against him. Really. The second said, We will ascend to heaven and place our gods. Oh my God! This was the funniest shit ever! Oh, I remember this. And place our gods there and serve them. And the third part said, we will send them to heaven and smite him, and with bows and spears. God got guns. Anyway, and God knew all their works and all their evil thoughts, and he saw the city and tower which they were building. Guess what? Okay, hold on. Guess what God do? Okay, not right now. Guess what God do? It says that when they were building, they built themselves. Oh man, the Most High is so damn petty. He is. No, he's so petty. Built themselves a great city and very high and strong tower, and on account of its height, the mortar and bricks did not reach the builders in their ascent to it, until those who went up had completed a full year, and after that they reached to the building and gave them the mortar and the bricks. Thus were done daily. And behold, these ascended and others descended the whole day. If the bricks shall fall from their hands and get broken, they will all weep over it. And if a man falls and dies, none of them will look at him. And the Lord knew their thoughts, and it came to pass when they were building, they cast the arrows towards heavens. Oh my God. Here we go. And all the arrows fell upon them filled with blood. Where did the blood come from? God think, oh, they killed the angels. No. God said, get the blood, get the blood, get the blood. Man, I swear, he's so petty. And when they saw them, they said to each other, should we have slain all those that are in heaven? For this was from the Lord, in order to cause them to err, in order to destroy them from off the face of the ground. And they built the tower and city. Oh, okay. Y'all may see it. Guess what the Most High do next? And they did this thing that until many days and years was elapsed. And God said to the 70 angels, think about that, 70 angels who stood foremost before him, to those who were near to him, saying, come, let us descend and confuse their tongues, that one man shall not understand the language of his neighbor, and did so unto them. And from the day following they forgot each man his neighbor's language, okay. And they could not understand to speak in one tongue. And when the builders took from the hands of his neighbors lime or stone, which he did not order, the builders would cast it away and throw it upon his neighbor, that he would die. And they did so many days, and they killed many of them in this manner. And the Lord smote the 3 divisions that were there. He said, you want to come up to me? I come down to you and face you right there. So see, I love the Most High. This nigga is just a gangster. I love him. And that were there. He punished them according to their works and designs. Those who said, we will ascend into heaven and serve our gods, and became like apes and elephants. And they who said, we will smite the heavens with arrows. The Lord killed them, one man through the hands of his neighbor. And the third division of those said, we will send them to heaven and fight against him. The Lord scattered them throughout the earth. And those who were left amongst them, when they knew and understand the evil which was coming upon them, they forsook the building, and they also became scattered upon the face of the earth. And they ceased building the city and tower. Therefore he called that place Baal, for there the Lord confounded the language of the whole earth. Behold, it was the east of the land of Shinar. And as the tower which the Son of Man built, the earth opened its mouth and swallowed 1/3 part thereof, and the fire also descended from heaven and burnt another third. And the other third is left to this day, and it is of that part which was aloft, and it circumferring, I don't know how to say that word, it's too big. It's the 3rd day walk. And many of the sons of man died in that tower. In that tower of people without number. So we really don't have to read this, because it just said what it said. So let's go back to Jubilees. We shouldn't have to read what And the Lord sent a mighty wind against the tower, and overthrew it upon the earth. And behold, it was between Shinar and Babylon, Ashnar and Ashar and Babylon, and the land of Shinar, and they called his name overthrown. And the 4th week in the 1st year, in the beginning thereof, in the 4th and 13th Jubilee, were they dispersed from the land of Shinar, and Ham and his sons went into the land which he was occupied, and which he acquired as his portion in the land of the south. And Canaan saw the land of Lebanon to the river of Egypt. It was very good, and he went not into the land of his inheritance. He went not into the land of his inheritance. That's a problem. To the west, that is to the sea, and he dwelt in the land of Lebanon, Israel, and eastward and westward from the border of Jordan and from the border of the sea. So he dwelt in Shem's land. And Ham, his father, and Cush, and Mizraim, his brothers, said unto him, Thou hast settled in a land which is not thine, and which did not fall to us by lot. Do not, that's why they're cursed, Canaan. And do not do so. If thou doest do so, thou and thy sons will fall in the land and be accursed through sedation, for by sedation ye have settled, and from thy sedation will thy children fall. Who said this? Okay, so Ham, Cush, they was wise. Cush is Ethiopia, in Egypt. Hey! Go Cush, go Cush, go Cush, go Egypt, go Mizraim, go. They wise. They go Ham. Anyway, when thy children fall, and thou shalt be rooted out forever, which they are. So probably maybe like a few of them, but they kind of are rooted out. Dwell not in the dwellings of Shem, for for Shem and his sons did come by their lot. Cursed art thou, and cursed shall thou be beyond all the sons of Noah, by the curse by which we bound ourselves by an oath in the presence of the holy judge. Who is the holy judge? And in the presence of Noah our father. But he did not hearken unto them, and dwelt in the land of Lebanon from Hamath to the entering of Egypt, he and his sons, until this day. And for this reason, that land is named Canaan. And Japheth and his sons went towards the sea, and dwelt in the land of their portion. And Madai saw the land of the sea, and it did not please him, and he begged the portion from Ham, Ashnar, and Apashdad had his wife, his brother. He dwelt in the land of Media, and near to his wife brothers until this day. And he called his dwelling place and his dwelling place of his sons Media at the name of their fathers, Madai. Okay, so let's go to 11, last chapter. Let's see. That's an hour. So average time. So we're done. We're done out of here, but we might still need it. Okay, we're kind of done here. I think we're done. And in the on the 25th Jubilee, in the 3rd week, in the 1st year, Rahu took to himself a wife, and her name was Aurora, and the daughter of Ur, the son of Kisid, and she bare him a son. He called his name Soroa, whatever. In the 7th year of this week, in this Jubilee. And the sons of Noah began to war on each other, to take captive and to slay each other, and to shed the blood of men on the earth, and to eat blood, and to build strong cities, walls, towers, and individual began to exalt himself above the nation, and to found the beginning of kingdoms, and to go to war and began to go to war, people against people, nation against nation, city against city, and all began to do so and to acquire arms and to teach their sons war. And they began to capture cities and to sell male and female and slaves. And Ur, the son of Kisid, built a city in Ara of the Chaldees and called his name after his own name and the name of his father. And they made for themselves molten images, and they worshipped each other, the molten image which they had made for themselves, and they began to make graven images and unclean simulacra and malign spirits assist and seduce them into committing transgression and uncleanness. And the prince Matama exerted himself to do so all of this, and he sent forth other spirits, those which were put under his hand, to do all manner of wrong and sin, and all manner of transgression, to corrupt and destroy, and to shed blood upon the earth. And for this reason he is called Sorrow, for everyone turned to all manner of sin and transgression. And he grew up and dwelt in Europe of the Chaldees, near to the father of his wife mother, and he worshipped idols, and he took to himself a wife, and 36 Jubilees in the 5th week, in the first year thereof, and her name was Melka. Let me check something. Okay, I'm cool. Melka, the daughters of Cubber, and the daughter of his father's brothers. I was so tired. And she bore him Nahor in the first year of this week. And he grew and dwelt in Ur of the Chaldees, and his father taught him the researches of the Chaldeans to divine and urge according to the signs of heaven. And in the 37th Jubilee, and the 6th week, in the first year thereof, he took to himself a wife, and her name was Jeskaz, the daughter of Nesaj of Chaldee, and she bore him Terah in the 7th year of this week. And the prince Mazah sent ravens, birds to devour the seed which was sown into the land, in order to destroy the land and rob the children of men of their labor before they could plow into the seed. The ravens picked it from the surface of the ground, and for this reason he called his name Nimrod, because the ravens and birds reduced them to desolation and devoured their seeds. And after the years became to barren, owing to the birds, and they devoured all the fruits of the trees from the trees. It was only with great effort that they could save a little of all the fruit of the earth in their day. In this 39th Jubilee, in the 7th week, in the first year, Terah took for himself a wife, and her name was Etna, the daughter of Abram, not Abraham, the daughter of his father's sister. And the 7th year of this week, she bore him a son, and he called him Abram. Now this is Abraham right here, by the name of the father of his mother, for he had died before his daughter had not conceived a son. And after the child began to understand the errors of the earth, that all went astray after graven images, after the uncleanness, his father taught him writings, and he was 2 weeks of years old. What? And he separated himself from his father, that he might not worship idols with him. And he began to pray to the Creator all things, that he might save him from the errors of the children of men, that his portion should not fall into error after uncleanness and vileness. I never read the Jubilees, especially not like this. Never got to the 11th chapter. I don't know how many chapters there are, but yeah. Never got to the 11th chapter. Oh, that's 50 chapters. Okay. It says uncleanness and vileness. And the seed time came for the sowing of seed unto the land, and they all went forth together to protect their seed against the ravens. And Abram went forward with those that went, and the child was lad of 14 years, and a cloud of ravens came to devour the seed, and Abram ran to meet them before they settled on the ground, and cried to them before they settled on the ground to devour the seed, said, descend not, return to the place where thou came, and they proceeded to turn back. And came to the clouds of ravens to turn back that day 70 times, and all the ravens throughout all the land where Abram was there settled, there was not much as one. All who were with him throughout all the land saw him cry out, and all the ravens turned back, and all his name became great in all the land of Chaldees. And there came to him this year all those that wished to sow, and went with them until the time of sowing ceased. And they sowed their land, and that year they brought enough grain home and and were satisfied. In the first year of the 5th week, Abram taught those who made implements for ox, the artificers and wood, and they made a vessel above the ground, facing the frame of the plow, in order to put the seed thereon. And the tree fell down throughout unto the share of the plow, but was hidden in the earth, and they no longer feared the ravens. And after this man they made vessel above the ground on all the frames of the plow, and they sowed and tilled all the land according to Abram commanded them, and they no longer feared the birds. Oh my God, that was a lot. I thought that was enough. Okay. That is the ending of our Bible study. If you learned something new, give me a like and also subscribe for more. And also, make sure you really do subscribe, because I cannot wait to tell you who killed Nimrod. It's amazing, y'all. It is very much amazing. Thank you for watching, and God bless.